So apparently if you get abducted by aliens, they send you home with gifts. Yep, Roger Leary was a foot surgeon and he extracted over 17 different alien artifacts from people. At least that's what he claims. Now how did we even get to this in the first place? Well, in 1995, he was attending a MUFON conference. That's where they talk about aliens and stuff. While he was there, he walked up to the stand and this guy had x-rays. Being a foot surgeon, he was like, you know what? I'd like to dig into this. And he seen a couple neat objects on these x-rays. Well, after doing a little bit of digging, he found out that this lady claims that she'd been abducted by UFOs on multiple occasions, and what really tickled his little fancy was whenever he looked into her medical records, he discovered that she had previously not had any surgeries on her foot. So this was a curiosity to him. He got a hold of her and she's like, yeah, I would love to have these things removed. He's like, I don't have insurance or anything. He's like, don't worry, I will cover it because I'm into this kind of stuff. He pulls her in and another person, the other person had something in their hand. He had to get another one of his buddies because this is way outside of his expertise, and he assembled him a little team. So they started on her surgery first. Now, in his mind, this was going to be like a 5-10 minute surgery. You just cut it open. I mean, he knew where the area was. He just took x-rays. However, once he cut in, he had a very difficult time locating this tiny little object. Now, once he got a hold of the first object, he said, you know what? Let's go in and get the second one, get this over with, because he's been fine with the first one. He's about done with him. Goes in to find the second one where it's supposed to be, and absolutely nothing. He decides to take another x-ray. This time, whenever he did it, the object was in the middle of the foot, and then it moved up towards her big toe. This object seemingly moved from the first x-ray that he took before the surgery to the second one that he was doing during the surgery. It was almost like it was a little creature crawling through her foot. Anyways, he located the second item, started digging it out, and said it was extremely hard to detach. It had some sort of appendages coming off of it that was attaching itself to everything else. Once he got it off, he's like, all right, we'll go in, we're going to do the second surgery on the hands. And while the other surgeon's opening the hand up, it's noted that this surgeon is also having a very difficult time tracking this thing down. They knew where it was before the surgery, but it's like it's moving. Well, they finally ended up extracting the object in the hand and the two objects in the feet, and one of them in the foot and one of them in the hand happened to look almost identical. They said it was almost the size of a pumpkin seed, but it had some sort of appendages coming off of it, and the third one looked like some little microscopic thing with flesh covered bionics, which is kind of strange in general. Now, this would be something if it was a one-off event. However, he ended up working on 17 different people removing these alien artifacts. He had the samples sent off, and whenever they were tested, they come back as mostly normal materials. However, there was a pretty high composition of things in there that made it look like it comes straight from a meteorite. After doing a little bit of digging on this, I found out that he never actually released any photos of these, not that I could locate anyways, and he wouldn't ever let anybody actually look at them. Was it a big hoax? I don't know. They ran documentaries on it. There's been plenty of people that looked into this, but at the end of the day, he wrote a book. Was he just trying to make a little extra money, or did he actually find 17 different artifacts? And being a big UFOologist, I feel like this is something he would have wanted to get out to the world. You discover something, you want people to know about it. And he had 17 different objects that he wouldn't show anybody. I don't know if later on in his life, before he passed away, he let somebody else have them, or maybe somebody in the organization come and took them away. I don't know. I thought it was cool, and I want to know if y'all think it's cool. If you do, let me know, and I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.